All right, all right. We're live. Yeah, try to get him in a couple leagues. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Frank. Thanks. This guy's not on the clock. He's gonna get autoed. But it is what. I'm in on this draft actually, so we'll see how it goes. I got the 1-9 pick. I'm gonna do the draft from my phone just so I could set a queue. If anybody's in here, they can't see what I'm picking, but I'll still be talking it up. We'll see how it goes. Let me just see if I can share in the league chat again for anybody that don't have it. All right. So Chase was the first position player off at the 1-5. Um, Josh Allen at the 1-1. Lamar followed by Hurts and Daniels. Honestly, Hurts over Daniels is a surprise. That usually doesn't happen in most leagues, but that's the way I'd play it. I brought people are sleeping on Hurts this year, but you have a Q. You're right, bro. I didn't even realize that. No, yeah, brain dead, but it's good. No, it's good. I like that pick. All right, fucking shaking it up a little. I wish I knew how this other guy drafted. I should fucking look at one of his his most drafted players. Um, smooth brain energy, yeah. Bijan at the chase. All right, I'm on the clock, so I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take Jefferson there. You know, it's not a bad thing. ADP at the 1-6, but taking him at the 1-9, decent value. Uh, three wide receiver league, so yeah, I'll rock with that. That was after the Gibbs pick. Burrow went. Lamb at the 1-10. It's hard. I probably should have took Lamb. I don't know. I go back and forth between Lamb and Jefferson. So we'll see what happens. Barkley at the 1-11 for Frank. Bowers at the 1-12. We'll see what happens next. If you go back to back, St. Brown, Bowers and Brown. That's a good little combo there. I'm very high on Brown this year. He's just got a good floor, you know. McCaffrey, nice little RB back to back there for Frank. Barkley and McCaffrey's pretty solid. Next up, we got fresh off that CD Lamb pick. What do we got? I'm on the clock next on deck. Could go Puka. Could go. All right, I'm taking McBride. Grabbing that tight end. Tight end premium is at a premium. All right, so you got Achian and Lamb as a solid start. I got Jefferson and McBride. No matter what, I'm gonna have the best team. um, so fresh off that Gibbs pick, who do we got there, Hawkey? 15 seconds on the clock. All right, Puka and Gibbs. Not bad, not bad. Fresh off that Burrow pick. No QBs have been taken since Burrow. And we got Genty pick. All right, so Burrow, Genty, pretty solid. They're all going to be solid right now. Nobody's making stupid mistakes, but see how it goes. Neighbors at the 2-7 to pair up with Bijan. So let me just tag him again. Where we at? All right. London Chase. That's a nice little 1-2 at the wide receiver, three wide receiver league. Pretty solid start. Um, I'm into like the wide receiver tight ends to start, and then running backs. I'm into late quarterbacks. I won't rush it unless the value's there, but we'll see how it goes. After that London pick, we got Derrick Henry, and my man is here. He is here. He is here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, W's in the chat. Fresh off that Hurts pick. Collins, nice pick. Nice pick. All right, we got Lamar. After the Lamar pick, giving me great hairs. All right, so after that, Nico picked Brian Thomas. After that, it was just good value. You know, he was going a lot earlier, but he was going at the end of the first round 2 months ago. What a difference it makes! I don't think Travis Hunter makes that big of a difference. All right, fresh off that Josh Allen pick with the wraparound, we got Lad McConkey. Not too high on Lad this year, but it's not a bad pick. It's where he falls, you know. All right. Um, all right, fresh off that Lad pick for the wraparound. What do we got there with the 3-1? JSN. Okay. That's interesting. What wide receivers were there? Over Antonio. I mean, Antonio. AJ. Jeez. It could go either way, you know. He's going to be a target monster, I think. It depends. I don't know if he's going to be in a slot or cup. If the slot receiver is going to be that guy to get. But JSN will get his regardless. He's still a top receiver. AJ Brown to pair up with Brian Thomas as a star wide receiver. That's a good start there. Jackson and two stud wide receivers. Josh Allen, two stud wide receivers. Let's see. Chase Brown. All right. So how you guys doing tonight? Who in here? Let me know what your usernames are. I know I got a couple people in here, so if you guys are in this draft, let me know what username you guys are. Filthiest. Jacobs is my guy. Jacobs is my league winner. Not my league winner, but he's just the best value at the 3-4 in the third round. He's great value. Oh, he was supposed to fall to you at the 3-11. He went a couple picks later. I had the high ground. Yeah, somebody reached on him. It's not a bad reach though. All right. Bucky after that, little bit of a RB run after those wide receivers. We got three off the board quick and Brown, Jacobs, Bucky. All right, Sid, what do we got here? Fresh off that Bijan and Neighbors, you're gonna go Marv. Okay. Three wide receiver league, two running back, super flex, one tight end, two regular flex. Um, this is for obviously you can see the Caleb Johnson autograph jersey. I'm definitely going to be running a slow draft for this next. I got the Lad McConkey slow draft, still has a couple more slots in it. All right, so after that Marv pick, I got to get focused because I'm on the clock soon. Let's see, which direction am I gonna go with this? All right, so the Jonathan Taylor pick. After that, I kind of want to go wide receiver, but I might do something different. I'm gonna go with the two tight ends. Stack them for him. McBride and Kittle. Boom. Two solid tight ends. Two top guaranteed. It's the top three tight ends. Jefferson. Solid start. Solid start for this guy. Forget what team. I forget what his team name even was, but we'll see. All right, so yeah, for people that's in here that isn't in this league, I took this guy's spot because he was MIA, so he's got the option after this draft to either take the team and rock with it, or I'll just refund him the $20. I don't really care. It's only 20. At least it's not like the fucking Genty $44 league that I'd be eating $44, but it's whatever. All right. So after that Kittle pick, well, before that Kittle pick, I missed the Mahomes pick because I was locked in on what I was trying to do. But yeah, so Mahomes, then I took Kittle, Baker at the 310, Wilson was at the 311. What do we got here? Mr. Sir Patrick, fresh off the Bowers and Brown. This is gonna be all right. Knicks. I would have probably went two position plays. Bang bang. You would have had a great start. Bowers, Brown, Evans, and Tyreek would have been fucking sick. But Cook, I love the Cook pick. I was hoping Cook would have made it back around to me, but no luck. Um, fresh off that Wilson pick, Tyreek Hill off the board. Um, let's see where he's going after that Baker pick. Oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna snipe me? Is he gonna snipe me? Ugh. I gotta come up with Plan B because I know what he's doing. I don't want to say it just in case he's watching. That's 8 seconds. Oh, nice. All right, I'm going with Evans. I thought he was gonna snake. Passed up on that sack to go with Kyler. Hmm. That's not the move I would have made. What about you guys? What do you think of that? Would you have went with the stack and waited on quarterback, or would you have grabbed Kyler there? I would have been all over that stack. Baker and Evans is one of the best stacks to have, in my opinion, especially with the playoff matchups. Um, Higgins off the board after the Evans pick. I'm gonna have to be hitting these running backs soon. Um, let's see, quarterback wise, we'll do a little ADP action here. Excuse me. All right, so ADP based off ADP, top quarterbacks available: Herbert, Williams, Drake May, CJ, Purdy, Goff, Love. Running back wise, we got Carryon Williams, Hall, Hampton, Kamara, Walker, Travion Henderson. I got to do the Henderson jersey. Um, Wide receiver, we got Terry McMillan, Terry off the board, good value there. DJ Moore, Devonta Smith, um, some decent stuff there, you know. All right, so after my Evans pick, it was Higgins, Sutton, Rice, Hampton, Terry, and Williams off the board. So let's see, we got Crick on the board now on the clock with the 411. See what route he's going with that. Um, we will see. Brees off the board. After Brees, we got Adams. So WJW starts it off with Josh Allen, which is obviously a fucking stud. Then you went three wide receivers. Not bad. Alvin with the 5-1. Adams is a question mark. I don't know. I feel like he might be drafted a little too high, but he's gonna get his looks in the red zone. But now shit's up with Stafford's back, so who really knows what's gonna happen with that? I think he'll be fine. I think all around he'll be good, but we'll see. All right, with the 5-2, what do we got here? 5 seconds on the clock. Probably a running back, maybe a tight end. Quarterback. All right, next up, what do we got? Oh, you in the house, bro. There we go. I just seen you right before I seen you paid for the McConkey League, so I gotta lock you in on that. I got the notification, so I just gotta pin it. Hopefully, I'll get locked in on getting that filled after this, but we'll see. All right, so after that Herbie pick, we got Henderson with the 5-3. He's came up the boards a little bit in the past couple weeks. There's really no competition there. Stevenson's a fucking bum. He's had his chances and he's failed every time. Purdy off the board to go with Daniels. So that's J Mart's two QBs. And then two stud running backs. Rody got here. What do we got here? Maybe a QB? Maybe he waits on QB? Goff. Damn it. Goff's my guy. Goff is one of my guys. What are we gonna do here? Could I go for the stack with McCarthy? I'm not really a McCarthy guy. I'm not a big believer in McCarthy this year. Um, I could go Dak. I like Dak. I like Lawrence. I like Love. Maybe I got Dax off the board to Sid. Fuck you. I wasn't gonna take Dak anyway. No. Dak's one of my top QBs that I have owned this year so far. I feel like I gotta take a QB with the next two picks. Uh, tight end, I'm good right now. So we got. I gotta go running back too. All right, it's getting down little QB stretch, so I definitely have to take a quarterback and a running back, or I could wait and take. All right, I'm taking James Conner just so I guarantee myself. I'm very high on Conner this year. I think he's going to be the sure thing RB1 there. So let's see. I'm gonna go QB probably next. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lawrence probably next if he's available. If not, I might go. I should throw you off and tell you Caleb. Let's see. All right, so Hunter off the board there. Filthiest Frank on the clock right now with the 5'11. 9 seconds left. DK. Okay, I see people. I see. I'm taking DK over Hunter all day long. What do you guys think about that? Hunter is not proven to me as a wide receiver. Who knows how much action he's going to get in Jacksonville? Um, but one thing I know for sure that if like in hindsight, looking at it after the fact, if he would have took Evans instead of Kyler, he would have had that opportunity to take Hunter and Lawrence right here, and you would have had two solid stacks. But to each his own, you know. I'm no pro. After Metcalf was McMillan and Worthy. Um, Hunter's gonna be neighbors. Your hot take, hot fucking horseshit. No, no, Ridley's a solid pick there. Ridley's a great pick. Um, nah, I'm a hold on one second. Let me make my pick. Yeah, Lawrence after that Pickens. All right, so I'm a Colorado, well, not a Colorado fan. I'm not a huge college football fan. I'm a Michigan fan, if anything. But I love Dion. I love what he brought to the team, like just his motivation, everything. I like Shador. I don't really like his cockiness, but that's the way that fucking kids are these days. But yeah, so Shador, Hunter, like all them, I loved Hunter. He's the Shohei of football. You know, he's playing both sides of the ball at a high level. I just don't feel like he's gonna get his a lot of targets. He's not going to get as much run, especially if he's playing defense, because they're just going to put speedsters out there and let them run flies and let him run all day long and run. And he's going to have to take a break once in a while. So I just don't think the plays are going to be there. I don't think he's going to be getting a high percentage of offensive snaps, but we'll see what happens.
Come on.
DJ Moore. Now, if you said Harris for your hot take, you already know I'm on that. DJ Moore, then Sam Laporta, which is good value for a tight end in the tight end premium league. I'm very big on Laporta this year. Detroit's other receiver right after that, Williams. Walker with the 6'8", and then Hawkinson after that. All right. Um, it's not a bad pick though. CJ Stroud with the 6'10". Yeah, I can't stop it in a fast draft. If it was a slow draft, I'd have you, but can't do it in a fast draft. Kaleb after that. WJW. It just figures. It's just this whole night's been a fucking disaster with this guy. This guy joined the league, paid, and it never said anything. Like, and he never even said anything in the league. He just joined and paid. And then when he was removed, he DM'd me saying, well, he was in the Lad McConkey league saying, why didn't you pay him? Why'd you remove me? So he left, and then I DM'd him, and he was talking shit, and I'm like, what the like? Not really going crazy, but he was just like, I paid and you removed me. You're losing me as a customer. I just feel like I don't know. I bug out because of all these people that are accusing us of a scam and that I'm not gonna send jerseys out and all this, that, and the third. And I just feel like people are gonna troll and join leagues and look for any reason to make up an excuse for people not to trust these leagues. But fuck it, we're rolling. Let's see. They traded up for him, and he will be used as a wide receiver. Yeah, no, I know. He's gonna be good. He's definitely gonna be good. No, I'm saying on defense, they're gonna tire him out. Like if he's killing it on offense, if he's that big of an offensive threat, if I was that offensive coordinator for the opposite team, I'm saying, hey, if they're manning up, whoever Hunter's on, just run as fast as you can, as deep as you can, and just burn him every time, just to try to tire him out. I gotta get ready to pick here. What am I doing? Uh, still need running back. Still need a running back. Still need a running back. Another wide receiver. Go for a. Yeah, it's probably the route I'm gonna take. All right, so I'm gonna go Swift. Lock up my RB2 there. So I got Connor and Swift. I can't wait to see what happens in Jacksonville this year. I think Lawrence is gonna have a great year though. Their running back's a big question mark. That's the biggest question mark there. Who's gonna be their RB leader? All right, so Caleb Johnson for the Johnson jersey. There we go. 7-9. I mean 7-10. I was a 7-9. Cam Water after that to Frank. A little Zay Flowers action. So you got Brown, McMillan, Worthy, Flowers. Not bad. I still love that Cook pick. We will see what happens. I'm like up in the air on who I want to take here. Probably gonna go Jacoby. See what he does here following that Johnson pick. Eight seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? All right. And I'm gonna go. Man, I kind of want to go Addison, get that correlation, but I'm gonna go Jacoby. And there goes Addison. That would have been cool, but I'm not betting that much on JJ McCarthy to be finding both of them consistently. All right. What do we got? Fresh off that Waddle pick. A little Monty action, not bad. Little correlation there with Detroit, with Porter and Monty. Interesting. Stafford off the board at the 8-7. Just looking at my phone right now to try to figure out who I'm going to pick next. Warren off the board after that. Ricky at the 8-9. Couple interesting. There's a few. It's slim at running back and it's slim at quarterback right now. So I got to figure out, and I need both. Like, definitely need another quarterback next pick. I could use two, but I could also use one running back. I just got to figure out what the demand is. All right, ETN after that at the 8-10. Oh, all right, yeah, good call. We'll do a quick rundown. We got Mixon, Judkins, obviously, Olave, Kelsey, Pacheco, Judy, uh, Jones, Mark Andrews, Godwin, Pollard, Smith, Brian Robinson. That's not a bad option. Maybe I'd go that route and get Brian Robinson or something. Uh, Loveland, Gino, Golden. The wide receiver depth's there. I got my 3 starting wide receivers. probably going to go RB and QB next. Darnold off the board. So these guys got one, two, two, and one. I gotta go. I have to go running back with my next pick because I can't even go quarterback first. So I gotta go running back because running backs might not make it back to me. I was gonna hold off, but we'll see. We will see. All right, Loveland at the 9-3 after that Olave pick. Jennings at the 9-4 after that. Definitely eyeing up Warren or Pollard here. Godwin off the board. Let's see. Trying to debate. Do I wait and try to just roll the dice on uh Robinson? Probably not. QBs, there's like nobody there too. Let's see what we got QB wise. 1-2, 1-2. Yeah, I gotta take it. Nah, I gotta go QB. Gotta go QB. Gotta go QB. What, somebody fucking take 4 QBs or something? Slim. All right, Aaron Jones off the board. Fresh off that Monty pick, what do we got here? Kelsey off the board. 2 tight ends, fam. Kelsey and Laporta, solid. Fresh off the Addison pick. Andrews. Gotta go Gino, get that stack. That stack with Myers. And there goes Warren off the board. That's a solid pick. We'll see what we got. I'm sure Rodgers is probably going to go one of these next picks. Yeah, Rodgers off the board. Gonna go to route of probably running back here. Probably Pacheco or Pollard. Or the Pacheco's off the board. So probably going to go Pollard if he's there. Golden off the board. If not, I'll go to route. I'll wait for Robinson. And Njoku off the board. Let's see. Fresh off that Warren pick, what do we got here? Let's see. 9 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on,
Thumbs
dude.
up. Debo. Pollard's mine. All right, so Richardson after that. I'm rocking with the 2 QBs. You know, maybe later on I'll take a Flacco with Sanders or something, or I'll take a I'm big on Rattler. Rattler's my guy. I think Rattler's going to be the starting quarterback there for sure. All right, Russell after that at the 10-6. Damn, when you wait on QB like that, you're overpaying at him because there's still great flex positions. Jerry Judy's still available. Sucks to reach on Russell Wilson when you know Jackson Dart's going to be the starting quarterback there probably by like week 10. But yeah, it sucks. Judy off the board at 10-7. I like the value. I like the value for Judy. I'm gonna scroll up past Judkins because he don't really matter. Coleman off the board after the Judy pick. Diggs after that. I like Diggs' value. He's definitely moved up the draft board. Joshua Downs too. Not a bad option. All right. Fresh off that Olave pick. Man, for somebody that started off auto picking, he made it work, man. That's fucking team's pretty solid there. All right, so after that Downs pick was Reed. We got wrap around here for WJW 10, 12, 11, 1. And there goes Robinson off the board. Not bad. All right, with 22 seconds left on the start us off for the 11th round. And Ferguson. Ferguson's a great sleeper tight end. See what happens this year with him. I think he'll get a decent amount of targets. The field to be opened up more, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Every year, it's a couple teams that do a couple things in the off season, or they bring all their pieces together. They're healthy in this case because Dak's healthy and Ferg's healthy. Judy slept on for sure, bro. As long as Flacco's starting, I personally think Flacco's going to start the season, so Judy's that guy. But scares me if Shador was there starting towards the end of the season. So I don't really know. But I'm on him. You know, if he's there, he's there. I went wide receiver first round, so I usually don't take wide receivers much after that. Early, so I got my three starting wide receivers, and then I got a lot of late wide receivers that I could take. All right, so Kincaid with the 11-4. Let me get to my phone and check this out. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I go quarterback tight. I mean, wide receiver tight end here, depending on how it goes. Cooper Cup would have been a great pick if it was there for me. All right, so I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take Ertz here. Lock in another tight end. They got Mooney projected so high. Um, let's see. Ayuk. I'm a fan of Ayuk, but who knows what this guy is? Not a lot of people are. Ertz is also slept on. Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro. The tight end value there is insane. All of those tight ends that are looped in there. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at in the 12th round. Fuck it. Oh, you fuck! That's who I was typing in. You piece of shit. No, damn it. Harris is slipping even higher, go climbing higher and higher every draft. I'm like, all right, 12th round, I'll take him. All right, so I lost that on that. Back to this Ayuk or Christian Kirk. I like Kirk's value there. I like. See, I'm not a big Shaheed guy, but oh, I can lock it up, get that full stack. Yeah, I'm doing that. Let's go. Get that full Las Vegas stack there. Yeah, you seen that? LOL. Yeah, fucking Harris, kidding me. See, so that's a solid. See, that's not a bad stack. I get that Vegas stack, not often, but enough. You know, you everything's after the 8th round. You know, look at that. I got Myers at the 8-4, Gino at the 9-9, and then I got Betch at the 12-4. So to get a stack like that, pretty pretty solid. Just bank on them to have good weeks. You know. All right, so Smith after that, Mims went after that, Kyle Pitts at the 12-7, Judkins at the 12-8. Bowers, Gino. Yeah, it's a solid stack. I probably have a lot of decent amount of that because I'm in on early tight ends and I'm in on late quarterbacks. So that's all around. Yeah, it's worth the gamble. 12th round. 12th round is yeah, good value. So Pittman after that. Williams is I was all on Williams pre-draft, and now I'm like Blue. I worried about Blue, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there. That fucking Harris pick killed me. I thought for sure I was gonna be able to scoop him up. All right. Likely at the 12-11. Spears at the 12-12. About the halfway point of this draft now, which is good, which is solid. Then I'm going to lock in on filling that lad league. Mooney off the board at the 13-1. What else do we got? I'm just checking out on my phone. All right, so 8 seconds left at the 13-2. Fresh off that likely pick. The man that filled us up. Little Sharps action. Shaheed at the 13-3. J Mart with the 13-4. What do we got here? Fresh off that Pittman pick. Taylor with the 13-4. Probably taking another tight end that was over there. Say, yeah, I'm taking Henry and Strange over that all day. I might just take. I got a decent amount of tight ends. It's only 2 flex, but Strange is a good stack to go with Lawrence. Let's see. Maybe I go Kirk and Ayuk. See, I'm gonna go Kirk, and then maybe Ayuk or Strange, one of the two. I meant to say that the other way around. I went Ayuk. It's interesting value at the 13-9. I like Ayuk. Yeah, JK's good value too. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's not bad value. The running backs, I might just wait. Not too sure what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe Dobbins, you know. Let's see. So Kirk went at the 13-11, so maybe I take Dobbins there, you know. I do like Eckler. Thielen's not doing it for me. I like Brown. All right, Burden off the board after that blue pick. Dobbins off the board. Let's see. I'm gonna go with who am I going with? All right, I'm probably gonna go with Hollywood here. Benson went. I was caught between Benson and Hollywood, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, JK didn't make it back to me. Nice. I like your style. Grabbing Jones 4 rounds after Richardson. I've done that in many of leagues. Many leagues. Let's see. Do I want to do it? Not sure. All right. We might go. See, that Strange is solid. He's definitely crept up the draft board a decent amount. So at the 14-9, we got J Mart up. J Mart 407. We'll see what he's got. 16 seconds, 15. Nick Chubb off the board at the 14-9. Shador Sanders at the 14-10. But there goes that idea. I was going to take Flacco and Shador on the wraparound. But it is what it is. The 14-11. Tillman's off the board. The wraparound, the 14-12 to the start of the 15. What do we got there? WJW. ADP wise, top is Harris, Faramuth, White, Tank Bigsby, Garendo, Eckler, Lafayette. All right, Davis and Algier off the board. So you got Kamara, Robinson, Spears, and then those two. See what you're doing there. See what you're doing. Let's see. 13 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Little Tank Bigsby action. What do we got? Leggett off the board at the 15-3. Najee after that. Damn, Nick Chubb's going in the 14th now after the injury concerns. Jeez. Nick Chubb in the 14th. Wow. Douglas at the 15-5. Oh, I got to get locked in with my pick. Probably going to go Eckler. White off the board. White's a solid late round running back. Thielen after that. 23 seconds left on the clock. And Patty Faramuth off the board. I'm going Eckler. Love Eckler's value at in the 15th. That's good, you know. Won't be a complete stud like he used to be, but he's still going to get his, you know. Schultz after that at the 15-10. Palmer off the board. Well, no, I was gonna put Palmer on my queue, but all right, Garendo off the board. Scroll down a little bit. Sanders after that at the 16-2. What do we got? Okonkwo. I like the value there, Frank. Love the value on Okonkwo. It's gonna be. I liked his value last year too. Arroyo at the 16-3. Oh, I'm on the clock. Where am I gonna go with this one? I'm gonna take Rattler there at the 16-4, just to roll the dice. Allen at the 16-5. Hill after that. You know what? I might just take. I just might take my new league winning running back after this. This is a running back that I feel like is gonna fucking tear it up in the playoffs. So I'm just starting to come around onto him. So we'll see if he's there. Maybe I'll take him. Milrow at the 16-7. A little Ford action. Quentin Stonehand Johnson. Ferguson at the 16-10. He could draft. You could draft. A lot of people aren't on a Ferguson like that. I love that as a late round pick. I'm more into fucking with these tight end premium leagues. I'm just loading up on tight ends, getting 2 or 3 solid early, and then I'm gonna stack up Ertz and Gesicki and Hunter and Okonkwo get a whole shitload of them. So I'm kind of not even looking at Ferguson's area for tight ends. Hopkins is at 16-11. Palmer has such a high ceiling this year. 16-12, but he has that every year. 16-12 position for Parker. Darren Waller at the 17-1. After this round, once after I make my next pick, I'll start going through some teams. Just give a little analysis. All right, fresh off that Hopkins pick with a 13-2. Let's see what we got. 10 seconds. 8, 7. After 7 is 4, 3, 2. All right, Noel off the board. That's going to be interesting. That's it. Houston's wide receiver 2 battle's a fun one to watch. I'm in on Kirk. We'll see what happens. All of them, they're all high options. Look at Hopkins. Hopkins could fucking flash from the past. See what happens. Roshan at the 17-3. All right, so my next pick, I need you guys in the chat. Even though Jay Lou's been the only one in the chat that's been really active, but I know a couple of you are watching. I need you guys to tell me what you think of this next pick when I make it, because it's crossed my mind, but I feel like come playoff time, he's going to be a solid play. Pat Bryant at the 17-4. I can't take my another Vegas stack. He's going to be interesting to see that with that too. I think Betch is going to be obviously that's the guy to have there. But Giddens. All right, I'm on the clock next. All right, so my next guy, I feel like come playoff time, I think Neil's going to be there, and I'm going to probably take Miller later in the draft. Just to get that, because I feel like they're going to shut down. I say it in all these drafts, like, I stay away from Kamara because Kamara is going to get shut down towards the end of the season, like what happened last year. And then I was thinking about it the other night, and I'm like, if he's going to get shut down, why am I not just grabbing his backups late in the drafts? Because if I firmly believe, which I do feel like they're going to be shit, and they're just going to end up shutting them down, or maybe trying to get rid of them, trading. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I feel like his backups will be starting come the end of the season during playoff time. But we'll see. Jalen Wright after that. A little Johnson action. Let me go to all players. After this, I'll go through a couple teams, give some analysis. Not really rank any teams, but my opinion, whether you're good or bad, we'll see. Not that my opinion matters. Ask my wife about that. So Hunter after that, and then Wilson, Brown. Oh, and I am on the clock. I will take Keenan Allen. All right, so let's do some quick team analysis. So WJW from the 1 spot grabbed Allen, then went Penix and Darnold as his 3 QBs. Pretty good. Allen's obviously a stud. I like Darnold's late value. Penix, I'm not too high on, but he'll get his. Ladd, JSN, and Adams definitely a wide receiver 3 heavy. Heavy 3 wide receivers to start. Alvin and Robinson, like I said, Alvin's probably gonna get shut down. So come playoff time, I'm really not high on Alvin at all. Robinson, I do like, and then you're making it happen with Spears, Davis, and Algier, which is it's interesting. Some handcuffs, there could be some good play there. You got Waller in the 17th and Ferguson, which I like, and Ingram's going to be a target monster. So you waited on tight end a little bit, and you really racked up. So I feel like with the tight end premium, there's going to be a lot of weeks where Waller and Ferguson are going to be in your flex spot, and Ingram's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with him. All right, so we got Crick Life Art. Let's see what we got. We got Lamar, Herbert, and Kaleb as his 3 quarterbacks. Good start. Obviously, Lamar's great. Herbert's going to have a good season, I believe. Brian Thomas and AJ Brown. I love it. Rome, Olave, Reed. I'm not too high on any of them, honestly. New Orleans worries me. Uh, Rome, Rome will get his, and but you got the stack with Caleb, so I like that. Reed will have his weeks, so uh, definitely interesting. Not a guy I get all the time. Likely as your tight end. You got to hit these tight ends heavy, man. You better be drafting a tight end right now. So yeah, it's good. You got a lot of potential. Mixon's scary right now to take. Who knows what's gonna happen with him? But Scadaboo's interesting also. But we'll see what happens with that team. Um, Now to the 1-3 spot, you autoed Hurts to start. Then you grabbed Nico, Chase Brown, Williams, and Henderson. Love the start. Love the start for somebody that got autoed, and you got Smith. You got Hurts and Stroud as your two QBs, which is solid. Nico Collins, Smith, Downs, Williams, Leggett, Romeo, Royals. I like that pick a lot. Um, Not bad. ETN's a big question mark, but could pay off. Loveland is your first and only tight end until Ferguson. I like that Ferguson pick a lot too. So that's a pretty good team. I don't mind it. It's gonna be fighting there at the end of the season. Let's see. I'm almost on the clock. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Um, do I go? Do I do that? I don't know. Do I go Blake Crom? Let's see. Um, Not too sure. All right, let me just keep Chicago's backfield alive. All right, so we're gonna leave off. All right, so the J Mart's team, we got Daniels, Purdy, May. Solid three, solid three. May's gonna have possibly very high upside of a season. Purdy will get his when they figure out who he's throwing the fucking ball to, and Jalen Daniels will be Jaden Daniels. Um, We got Henry and Jacobs as your two starting running backs, which is great. Love that. McLaurin, you get good value there at the 4-9. People are staying away from him, but I like the value there. Hawkinson's going to be a target monster at the 6-9 for your first tight end, which is solid. Uh, Ricky, Jennings, Diggs. Not a huge fan of Ricky and Jennings. Like Diggs, like that late round value for Pittman, but you just solidified the San Fran wide receivers there. So other than Ayuk and Kittle, obviously, but definitely a good start there. I'm just going to my phone to look at who I'm going to take here. Hmm. I'm going to go the 20th round. Sure, why not? Um, is that what I want to do? Not Amari. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to go Horton. Fuck it. Horton or Wilson. All right, we're going to go with a little Wilson action. All right, so after that J Mart team, we got Jamar Chase, London, then Godwin, Coleman, Bateman. So you went two heavy wide receivers, and then you kind of faded off and waited all the way until the ninth round. But I like the upside of Godwin if he can stay healthy, if he can start. Coleman's an interesting pick also. Bucky and Hampton, a great starting two running backs. You also grabbed Walker, said you messed up, but I like Walker's value. If he's healthy, he's going to be a stud. Speaking of value, you got Juckins in the 12th, which is great value. Um, QB wise, you got Goff, Fields, Noah Gray, solid pick. Ford. All right, so you grabbed Ford, which is good. Douglas is definitely good. Strange, I like a lot. Warren, you got is gonna. Well, it's interesting to see what happens with Warren. Daniel Jones has to be the quarterback there, but we'll see. Uh, Pretty solid team. I like that team. Very, very good way you played that out. I like how you made it work with the later wide receivers, honestly. Uh, Next was the 1-6. So Bijan went at the 1-6. Running back wise, you got Bijan, Harvey, and Jones as the starting three running backs. Interesting. I like Harvey. Jones scares the hell out of me now, but I was high on Jones last year, but this year I'm just fading him completely. Neighbors, Marv, Rice, Williams. Williams got big playability. Judy, oh, that value of Judy at the 10-7 is great too. Um, Running backs, we went through running backs. QBs, Dak, Stafford, and Dart. Yeah, bro,
Come
this is a
on.
great team. If everybody can stay healthy and not get suspended, Rice is definitely a question mark. But just the fact that you got Judy as late as you did, I love it. So good team, Sid. You always draft good. Next from the 1-7 spot, we had Burrow, McCarthy, and then Wilson as the starting three QBs. Genty and Taylor, two ace running backs. Mr. Young and Mr. Old there. But we'll see what happens. And you also got Monty in the 8-6 with the 8-6, which is great value. Point per game wise, Monty's still a stud. But we'll see what happens. Wide receivers, you got Puka, Higgins, Moore, Addison. Not really feeling any of them. I like Puka. He's gonna get slammed with targets. Uh, Higgins will have his week. I just really don't know how consistent he's gonna be, but not bad value there. Whereas I'm coming up. I gotta get on the clock soon. Do I want to go Wicks, Cooper? I'm gonna go. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go Cooper now. Um, Still got some picks to go. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Definitely interesting. Okay, I roll a dice there. All right, so back to that team. Your tight ends were Laporta, Kelsey, which is solid. Wide receivers was Sutton, Waddle, Cup, and Mims. Okay, you got the little correlation there with Denver, which is pretty solid. Wandell Robinson, Thielen. I like this team actually. You made it work. Great value on with the Hunter Henry pick there for your third tight end, which is this is a solid team. I like that team a lot actually. Uh, oh, I did that team already. Yeah. So back to this team. Yeah, I did the wide receivers. Question marks, but not bad. Running backs, you got Gibbs, Chuba, and Tracy. See, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big believer in Chuba. They brought in Dowdle. I feel like they're going to give him more of a percentage. He's not going to out touch uh, Chuba, but he's going to do a big dent to his work. But we'll see what happens there. QB wise, Mahomes, always good value in the third round. Should probably be going a late second. Uh, Great value at in the seventh round for Love, which is good. And you grabbed Richardson and Daniel Jones, which is a page out of my playbook, and I endorse it. So solid. My team. We'll save the best for last. I'll go over my team last. From the 110, you grabbed Lamb, grabbed Hunter, Pickens. I don't mind Debo, but for three wide receivers is not bad, Achian, Johnson, and Warren to lock up Pittsburgh's backfield. So that's your running backs there. Baker and Kyler, Flacco, and you're going for Cleveland now. But like I had said, looking in hindsight, now that we're drafting afterwards, I'm sure you would have loved to have Evans over Kyler to have that stack there, and then grab Trevor Lawrence and Hunter to have that stack there. That would have been a good play. But it is what it is. It's still a solid team. All right, Frank started it off with two stud running backs, Barkley and McCaffrey. If McCaffrey is healthy, it's going to be solid. Then he just attacked wide receiver. Boom, 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 boom. 4 wide receivers with Wilson, Hill, Metcalf, and Ridley. Love the values there. Love the value on Metcalf. Ridley's possibly a league winning wide receiver. He's going to get hit with targets. Then you stacked it with Cam Ward. Then the next pick, you stacked Tyreek Hill with Tua. And then Rodgers with fuck, bro. Frank, this team is solid, bro. Frank, this team is solid. I like this team a lot. Then Joku's a solid target monster. Mason's gonna be an interesting play. He'll have weeks that he gets his. Goddard, I'm not too high on, but it is what it is for a tight end, you know. Uh Kirk, I'm high on. Dobbins was good value. Okonkwo, I like. Yeah, this team is. I like this team a lot. Oh, I'm on the clock. I am on the clock. Let's go with. There we go. All right, so wow, that's Frank. That's a solid team. All right, so Mr. Sir Patrick went Bowers, Brown. I like that. I like that combo over there. Bowers, Brown. All right, so Brown, McMillan, Worthy, Flowers, Golden, Harris. You took my fucking picks. I wanted them so bad. Even though I might not be participating in this league, I might just be giving this team away afterwards. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I just want to check the chat real quick. Nothing there. All right, so your first quarterback was Bo Nix, then Young after that. So you're rocking with the 2 quarterback systems. Got Milton late, so can't knock it. Can't knock it. Running backs are Cook, Pacheco, Blue. I like Blue's sleeper value. Sampson's sleeper value. Pacheco's bounce back value. Cook is a stud for me. So I like where you went there. Kraft, Sanders, Johnson as tight ends, which are interesting. Kraft's a good pick in the 11th round. Plus you got Golden and nice little correlation there. So that's a good team. Frank's team is fucking bro. Frank, you had the filthiest team I see. Let's go by my team real quick. So I grabbed Jefferson, paired him up with Evans, Myers as my top 3 wide receivers. Grabbed Betch later on to pair him up. Ayuk, Brown, Keenan. Oh, I'm on the clock again. I'll go with Woods. I just throw these late dice rolls. Why not? See what happens. Try to do something up for the next round. What do we got? Yeah, why not roll a dice on that? All right, so I went through the wide receivers, got 2 stud tight ends with Kittle and McBride. Waited for Ertz a little later on, which is solid. Running backs, I was a little light, but I made it work with Connor, Swift, and Pollard. I'm comfortable with having 3 of those. 2 out of 3 of them start every week. I'm fine with that. QB wise, I waited until the 6th round. I grabbed Lawrence and then Gino. Then I just waited, grabbed Rattler late because I like his upside. I think he's gonna start. But yeah, I have the best team. No, I'm just joking. I think Frank's team is better than mine. Honestly, I love the way Frank drafted. But it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. And we're almost at closing time. A couple more picks, and we'll see what we do. I'm gonna try to get that McConkey filled tonight. If not tonight, then first thing tomorrow. Thanks everybody for joining this draft, filling this up. Thanks for tuning in and watching. It took a little work. There's a couple headaches, but we made it work. We shook it up. I'm probably gonna go. I got one more in the queue. A little Greg Deutsch action. I was eyeing up Elijah Moore. I like grabbing him late, but we'll see. Maybe even a Hunter Renfro. I'm starting to grab him late. I think I might just do it. Why not? Like his value there.
Let's go, team! Let's go!
Tucker off the board. Yeah, I'll go with that. All right, so they're on auto after this. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Enjoy your nights, enjoy your weekends, and we'll catch you next time. Good luck, everybody.